Good day, everyone. Do you know a lot of married women may not likely report a rape incident by her massager, her personal gym instructor, her car driving teacher or instructor, or the man sent to the house to install the new satellite decoder, or that set of latest TV that the chairman just bought. While the chairman was away, maybe busy at the office or at the workshop or at the market. Please do watch this video to the end so you will find out why after this intro. Ogu Emmanuel is my name. You are welcome to our today's exciting and breathtaking video titled, "You Should Not Trust Your Wife with These." Please, if you are new to this wonderful and exciting channel, you are welcome. We welcome you. We are welcoming you heavily. And to all our returning subscribers and viewers, we thank you so much for being with us. Please do not forget to share this video to everyone you know. It is an eye-opener. There are many women in our society today who does not know how to, conduct themselves, who does not know how to properly respect themselves, if you ask me. Some cannot even control their bodies or emotions. Just a little touch, a little touch here and there. If you touch them, it's enough to make their body melt like butter on a sandwich, on a hot sandwich. People with this kind of body or trait is a big threat to any marriage or relationship, because many a times they don't do what they do. They don't actually do what they do because they like it, but because it's because of how they are wired emotionally or maybe biologically. Somehow, to respond to any touch from the opposite sex. So what I mean is that was how they were wired. It's a biological thing or emotional thing. So many women cannot stand any kind of touch, even if it comes from the devil himself. That's why many of them are prone to temptations for seduction. Your woman is vulnerable to this set of smart people whose stock in trade is to steal, to kill, and destroy any marriage, any relationship. So we have the first one, the first people that I will call makeup artists, or all these male hairdressers. Don't even go there if you ask me. You do not know. Some women sometimes, they do have something in their heart for someone who brings out something good or better in them. They do have a kind of attachment to their beauticians, people who make them appear very beautiful before other people outside. So the moment someone praises her beauty and appearance, the next thing that comes to her mind, she will remember her male makeup artist or her beautician, or just anybody that made it possible for people to praise her beauty. So instead of remembering even the husband that helped finance the beauty or the makeup project, So the second person that I will tell you this time around is her personal trainers. Frankly speaking, some of these gym instructors can never have any peace in their lives unless they can never have any peace until they are sure of one thing, until they are sure of have massaged the opening between those tender, soft and beautiful laps of your madam. That's part of the ambition. So some of these gym instructors, they already have your permission because you allowed your wife to go there, or you allowed your woman to go there. So they already have your permission to touch any part of your wife's precious body under the guise of massaging. Please, for heaven's sake, a lot of things can take place under massaging, if you ask me. I will advise couples to please go to the YouTube. They should go to YouTube, download massage videos, how to massage each other. If you ask me, I think it's better that way. You go there, check out the videos, download them, then you'll be practicing it with your wife or with your husband. Because if you live in a glass house, you're not supposed to throw stones. So the third set of people that I found out is, you see all these new generation pastors and some priests too. Some priests, yeah. Some of them are part of what I'm saying or what I'm about to say. Please don't tell them anything about all these pastors and some of these priests. Please don't tell, mostly all these new ones, please don't tell them anything about your marriage and sex life. Please. It is the easiest way they normally use to penetrate your wife's emotional password. Many of them are wolves in sheep's clothing, but you may not know. You'll likely run to trust them. Some of these randy so-called God of men, men of God, some of these randy pastors and some priests, their targets are mostly women with marital issues, women with my husband did this. Some women cannot keep their mouths shut. They cannot. So they'll be bringing themselves up every now and then. Some of them, they are very good at laying their anointed hands at all the soft and anointed parts of your woman's anointed body under the guise of re-anointing her for a greater exploit in her anointed ministry. I hope you understand what I mean. Not quite long ago, one was caught in a married one pastor was caught in the video went viral on YouTube. The pastor was caught inside a married woman's bedroom trying to do a special anointing onto her ministry. I hope you understand what I mean. So see, whenever your wife starts patronizing, starts attending all these small mushroom churches, ministries that are scattered all up and down, all these chamfa praying or prayer houses, then if you ask me, it's time for you to have your eyes wide open like fish. If you ask, just open your eyes, because a lot of things do happen. So another one is what I call the new entertainers. So you see all these new or upcoming musical artists, comedians, footballers. I don't know what women used to see in them, especially the married ones. There is nothing like mercy. They don't have mercy. They don't have compassion. They don't have anything. So they don't have anything that, in fact, the way they handle ladies, especially the married ones. See, if they catch your wife, her name will be sorry. They prefer all those well-to-do married women who, because they're the ones that normally supports their career financially and bed-wise. Many women they like to be identified with successful people. So it's in their DNA. You can't blame them. But some of them do overdo it. You see? So some of these bad guys normally target the time, chairman is not around. Maybe he traveled or he went out for a walk that will take a very long time. When they are sure that, the children, they have already gone to school or gone back to school, and they are sure that the coast is clear, that will be the time they will breeze into your house. So these people is part of the people that your wife should be very wary of. You should be very careful around them. Let her be very careful around them. If you don't want to, if you don't need stories that touch. So another person or another set of people is, do you know that some male colleagues at your wife's office or workplace, they knew everything about you because your wife, she has already sold you out. They know all about your strengths and weaknesses. So from there, a sharp guy amongst our co-worker will start using your weaknesses as a password to enter your wife. They know she's a married woman, and sometimes it takes time to, seduce some of them. And since they share the same office space, daily, every day they used to meet each other, they chat and stuff. They used to spend time, with their office colleagues. So a lot of people likes to take care of opportunities that present itself, to take care of it. So they spend their time more of, with these their colleagues who know so much about their husband. They'll be patiently, waiting. Before you know it, they'll start from somewhere, since they share a lot of things together, like feelings, intimate, marital and family secrets, and many other issues. There is this probability or possibility that a kind of proximity chemistry, might develop, which normally comes out with this, what I call sexual tendencies. Sometimes, say two people where they stay together all the time, it's possible for for something a spark of light to take place. You're supposed to understand what I mean now. You're supposed to know now. So between the two, from there, a lot of things can begin to go on. A lot of things can begin to go wrong. You see another set of people, you see all these car driving instructors. My brother, if you want to buy a car for your wife, prepare to teach her how to drive. Don't take your wife and throw her into the wilderness. If you ask me, some women can easily get, at a slightest touch, they can easily get wet, flustered, merely by the instructor touching just their laps and legs, because they go teach them how to drive now. So touching their laps and legs, only to be taught how to handle the brakes, how to match the throttle with the car their lovely husbands bought for them. Now, can you blame the guy man instructor for holding your wife's legs and thighs just to control her brake pedaling or throttling? So the instructors, the guy who is teaching your wife how to drive, his own hand will always be on top of your wife's own now, as in on top of the gearbox, trying to show her where to move and where not to move. Probably some caressing, this thing can take place. Oh, sorry. You know, teaching, he will teach her how to move the gear control. You know, I did not say caress, unless you decide to add that one. So the continuous touch of the opposite sex on your woman can signal a danger and possibly bring down her, defensive walls of your wife's defensive wall, which sometimes can be a problem or can start a problem that will linger all the days of your marriage. You see, so one have to be very careful when giving out your wife to a total stranger. There's another one that is killing me softly. You see all these massagers, these men that used to massage. I don't know why many a times when women visit massage parlors or massage places, the women will like the male massagers to handle them. Then the male will like they normally like the female massagers to handle them, just like the way they normally, you go to all these big offices, you will notice that the director, who is a man, his secretary is a woman, and if the directress is a woman, her secretary will be a man, something like that. So there is no part of your wife's body under the sun that all these sharp guys cannot put their soft hands on. They touch everywhere. They touch everywhere. Even the area that you've never touched since you paid your wife's bride price. Sometimes your wife she may not even allow you to go that far touching those places. But the massage guy will press that place anyhow, as if it is going out of fashion. All these things are under the guise of massaging madam because she needs massage, of course. Of course, you can expect some biological releases, and some overflowings from the madam's ministry. Once every soft and sensitive spots or parts that must have been touched or caressed in the process of massaging. So some parts of your wife ministry has been touched and is on fire. Say body no be firewood, and anything can take place under that process, or an initiation into a process can start. It's possible. So be careful, if you ask me. So there's one other one that you might try to overlook. You see all these guys who used to go and mount satellite decoders, who used to go and set it. All these guys who used to go and set the latest television that you bought. The televisions, especially the one that will be mounted inside your own bedroom. You know that you are not around. It's only your wife. Probably the children might have gone to school. It's only your wife and the person setting the TV sets or mounting the decoder. Go ahead. This set of people who mount these electronic sets, if you trust them so much, you have to be extremely careful. Because in the process of setting those new televisions and decoder satellite, they stay inside your own matrimonial bedroom, a lot of other sets can take place, if you ask me. Some of these guys are predators. They can initiate a lot of unholy moves. They can even touch your wife inside that room. Do you know? And many a times, some women do not have They would not even like to tell you that somebody touched them because of the after effect or the consequences that it might bring. You know, some men will not even like to hear that somebody touched their wife. Even if it's just a single or a simple touch, they will just calculate the thing as the guy has done a lot of damages in the ministry. So there's this likelihood that it might bring problem between madam and the husband. You know, see some women, how some of their bodies are wired, and just a simple caress, press or touch on one or two soft places, it can bring down all the wall of our defenses. So be careful when leaving your wife with this kind of people. Be very, very careful when doing that. So one other thing that may happen is this. She may not like to tell you. She may not. She knows the consequences. She may not like to tell you. Because the last thing that she will tell you is that, hey, Daddy, do you know that that gym instructor you sent, that massager, that guy that came to set the television, her makeup artist guy, that the guy touched her. She will not tell you because you know that leaking that kind of information is likely going to jeopardize the relationship. Sometimes it can be divorce bound. It can be divorce bound sometimes. You know? So she can never ever tell you, she can never ever inform you. But sometimes you need to flee from every appearances of the devil. Madam, I'm talking to you. If you see certain moves, certain steps, just flee, get out of that particular room, get out of that house if you don't want something extraordinary to take place. So if you perceive danger, leave, get out of that place, because a stitch in time, they say, saves 9. So, final warning. If you don't need to bring problems to your marriage, you are already enjoying it. I mean, the marriage you are already enjoying. Please, for God's sake, avoid this type of people like a plague. Avoid them. Please, avoid them as if your life depends on it. Please, deal with them from a reasonable distance for your own good. Dodge them as if you are dodging bullets from an enemy. So, beware. So what am I saying? The bottom line here is, be very careful. If you intend to allow your wife with a total stranger in your own house, especially if she has this vulnerability tendency. Everybody knows her woman. Everybody knows how she can behave. So, please, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click like on my Facebook page. Ring the notification bell. And do not forget to share this video to friends and relatives. Share this video. It will reduce a lot of risks. It will educate so many people. Share this video. Bye-bye.